Welcome to the first installment of Two Guys Drink Beer and Film It. I am guy number one. My name is Alex Jordan.
I'm guy number two. My name's Tyler Douglas.
And we're super excited to be here today trying some beer with you. So, the purpose of this entire segment, I guess you would segment, right? Yeah. Segment and video blog or vlog is to just in general learn more about beer. We drink beer. We love beer. We've been drinking it for as many years as we can legally say we've been legally allowed to. And we're excited to learn more, and we want to share what we know with you so you can be better versed, especially in this area where microbrewing and brewing is such a big deal. So let's jump right into it.
Today's beer is Lucidity by Sumerian Brewing Company outside of Woodinville, Washington.
The great thing about this beer is it is a Czech Style Pilsner, and it is out of Woodinville, Washington, which actually happens to be only about 15 minutes away from our hometown in Monroe, Washington. So we have pretty easy access to this beer. We're very excited that this is our first beer to start with today.
Are you ready to drink?
I'm ready to drink. Let's get this. As Tyler gets this opened and poured, we can get this going and started. Just some fun facts about what Pilsners are in general. Pilsners actually were developed in what is today the Czech Republic. There are three main types. There are European, there are Czech, and there are German Pilsners. As I said before, we're drinking a Czech style today. What's nice about Czech style beers or Czech Pilsners in general, is that they are really light and clear and usually have a pretty good head. As you can see, we are kind of using some big glasses here that we picked up at the dollar store, and they still have a pretty alright head. A lot of carbonation in there, but it smells great.
Yeah, it's a pretty looking beer too.
Yeah, it pours really well.
Nice and bubbly.
And from what I've heard, and I've had this beer only a couple of times, that it's got a really good taste. So I say we cheers and we have a drink.
Yep. That's really good.
Yeah, really clean. So something when you're doing your research on these beers is they tell you that it's a really, really clean taste. A lot of other Pilsners can be sweet or they can be more sour, but this is kind of a nice in between. Tyler, what are your thoughts on the beer?
I think it's pretty good. The flavor kind of just punches you in the mouth real quick.
Right, yeah. Not too extreme. Some of your other beers, IPAs, APAs, stuff like that can really leave kind of a bitter taste in your mouth. Pilsners are inherently really easy beers to drink. One of the most famous beers actually of the Czech Pilsners in general, Pilsner Urquell was actually the first Pilsner that they ever put into production mainline. And all Czech Pilsners after that kind of come from that. And we end up with something like this. So I'm gonna drink some more of it. It's pretty good. If I remember this alcohol content for this beer, 4.5. So it's got a 4.5 alcohol by volume content.
So it's a little bit on the weaker side, but still tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah, these are some of the beers that you can knock down pretty quickly and not feel a whole bunch of that. So as you can see, we're gonna blow through this guy pretty quick. So as I said before, this is kind of a new experience for Mr. Tyler and I. We're learning about beer just as often and just as much as all of you watching may or may not know. So I'm gonna give it another sip and kind of tell you what I think. For some reason, I always look up when I drink. I don't know what that's about. So really, I don't even have a word for it. Not as much bready, but definitely nature tasting.
I'd say it's kind of dry.
Yeah, a little more dry. Some of the other beers that you might have had, or just more like Coors Light, those are Pilsners, and they taste kind of like water. This doesn't taste
piss.
like that. Yeah, they taste like piss or water. Really, really, hoppy's not the word because I don't even know what's in this. Almost tastes like if you savor it, kind of how champagne tastes or sparkling white wine. Kind of got that really bubbly, but it's almost kind of sweet as I'm continuing to taste it.
It is crisp, complex, well balanced, and refreshing.
Definitely is well balanced and refreshing. Tyler, what else do you have to say about it? What do you taste? What kind of notes do you taste?
I don't know about notes. I don't know.
Neither do I. But if you could guess, try to put a note in there. Okay, so there's
rich and distinguished maltiness.
Yes.
That comes from traditional German malts, combined with the pronounced rounded bitterness and the spicy tones from Saz and Tettnanger hops.
Tettnanger hops. Tettnanger?
Tettnanger?
Ted Nugent?
10 Nugent hops. Says.
Overall, really crisp beer, really good tasting, something you can sit down and have a lot of. And I'm actually really disappointed that we didn't get more of this. We're trying our very best to not drink all of this.
To savor the flavor.
To savor Tyler's flavor. To savor the flavor.
You're savoring my flavor?
I'm savoring the flavor.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our first video. Many more to come.
If you liked what you saw in this last video, be sure that you give us a like and you share us. Be on the lookout as we go through this journey with beer. If you're someone that's interested in learning more about beer, or you're just interested in watching us try to learn it ourselves, please share, like, comment, the whole nine. And be sure to contact us if there's a beer that you want us to try.